Hello everybody, this is Molly. How are y'all doing? Well, I've had so much fun. I've been playing with the Lady's Diary from Graphic 45, the new paper line that everybody's crazy about. And I can see why. It is so pretty. So I'm hoping y'all enjoy this mini album that I've made. I'll take you through it, and then I have a few pics listed on. I had started a blog and enjoyed playing with it, kind of learning the ropes, so to speak. And then I went back on Blogger and found myself the name of a blog I really wanted to start, the name I really wanted, and it's I Love Mini Albums. Now how cute is that for a name? I couldn't believe it was available. So I've got some still pictures of this album on iloveminialbums.blogspot.com, my new blog. Not a lot of listings yet, but I hope to get some things up and going on it. And one of the things you're going to see on it is a little link off to the side for MB Treasurista's shop, zibbet shop. She has got some wonderful buys, if y'all know Misty. And one of the things she had was the Graphic 45 Ladies Diary paper. Best prices around. Not sure if she still has it in stock, but if she does, ladies, y'all need to rush over there and get it. And of course, she's got some beautiful embellishments and things you're going to want to get. But let me get started with this mini album. I think you're really going to like it. I do anyway. And the paper line is just stunning. Okay, let me bring it up a little closer to the camera. Of course, the first thing with Graphic 45 is the temptation always to fussy cut. I tell you, I have new respect for Xanero, or one, I think is her name. I know y'all all know the beautiful work she does with Graphic 45 papers and the fussy cutting. But I did do, her work is stunning. But anyway, I did do some fussy cutting. These flowers are fussy cut and lifted up, if you can see the different layers. And then this right here, this album is only 8 inches wide by about 6 inches tall. Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but not much. And what you'll notice is I took the 12-inch wide paper. Let me see if I can bring it up and show you. I cut around the this frame. You know, I cut these flowers out, cut around here, and then cut around here. And then I slid this underneath there, so if you can see, like, this part is kind of slid underneath there and slid underneath there, so that I could make the 12-inch picture, the 12-inch page, a little bit narrower and bring it together. Because I didn't like all the... This lady was kind of off sitting by herself, and I want to have flowers closer in. So that brought those flowers closer to her. And then I layered these flowers off to the side to come in a little closer to her. These metal pieces you see here are from the new Recollections, Mementos, I think is what they're calling the line now. Metal embellishments, they're on sale this week. Great, pretty things. And then of course over here I've got a pretty old filigree button. I put a rhinestone in, some Prima flowers. And then this beauty right here. This, I think, piece was actually in a prize I won, or a contest I won with Lori Cat 2000. She's got a cute blog and all. And thank you, Lori, for that pretty antique piece. And then I made a little stick pin to stick in there. And then, of course, seam binding on the edges. And a piece of Emphira, is that I pronounce it? From somewhere, who knows. Okay, so that's the cover. Now, let's see. Sorry, I got cattail showing there. Let me see if I can aim this down a little bit. Okay, on the inside cover, I used the black paper here. I used, actually, a little later in the book, you're going to see like a library pocket or so envelope, a long money policy envelope or so. The end of it I cut off to make shorter. I just used for a little pocket here, put pretty paper. And that way I was able to use, if you recognize this, it's a Webster Pages tag, fitted in there. And then I made this little mini book, of course, with seam binding. I put the seam binding underneath the paper in the back and wove it through so you don't see it. And then what happened, oop, let's see if we can figure that out. See, that's the cards just cut open, and see how the ribbon is woven underneath, you know, layered underneath there. And then woven through so you can see it. So that made a pretty little journaling spot. Not going to take the time to tie that back, but it goes right in there. Okay. On the next page, isn't this paper just pretty? Oh, and then of course I've got one of the little Prima pieces of chipboard. I'm not sure which one of the Prima lines that comes from. This page right here, I've got a butterfly that is, you know, one of the die cut piece I got with some line. I think it was from Joann's, one of the color block lines. Could be from any one of the pretty butterflies you got. This is a Recollection gardenia from long ago. a pretty piece of lace I had gotten. Actually, I had bought a lot of scrapbooking supplies quite about a while back from Rhonda at Your Scrapbook Supply, and this lace was in there. And then of course a locket there. And then what this is you open it up, there's a magnet underneath there to keep it closed. There's a flap there, and then I've got a paper here. You know, I had told y'all before, if you've seen my video, that I use Prima's Ledger tablets for a lot of the journaling tags and all. So I was able to find some of the colors in there that match this. So that's what I made the tag out of for the lady's diary. The next page, I love, this has got to be my favorite floral, one of the favorite floral papers I've ever seen in my life. But so that's one of the papers there. And then I layered on, I made a tag here. This is an old Seven Gypsies tag, of course with just the lady's diary paper on the back. Tied a double bow on top, actually a triple bow almost, with the seam binding that I've dyed. And then here I've used some old crocheted lace that I got from my mother. And then a pretty chipboard again from Prima, K & Company key. And then this is one of the actual, you know, piece from the line. Oh, it's so pretty. This is that policy envelope I was telling you about that I cut the end off of and I stuck it in. And you'll notice I layered it here with the next page. Put a recollections rose there. And then what's in there is this tag. You'll recognize the Prima paper. This right here, this little frame is from K & Company. Here's another one. It's from K & Company. I got them from an online store. And then I've just featured a little piece of the paper, you know, the little floral paper in there to make the pull tags for ad. So I like how that came out. I like the size of it, again, keeping with the journaling diary kind of theme. The back of it is just the print paper. And then this page I used, I made an envelope, used the different papers. Let me lift this up again. This is a butterfly from Prima. This is a beautiful filigree that Sue sent me. Thank you, Sue. This is a chipboard from Prima. And then this tag pulls out. Just some more of the paper. Of course, there's some more of the Prima journaling paper. Like I say, you can find in those tablets, you can find colors for almost everything. That fits back in there. And then, of course, I'm thinking you'll fit pictures here or there. On the back here, let me see if I can zoom in just a little, or zoom out just a little, zoom in a little. Okay, on this page, and of course the seam binding gives the book kind of a soft, flippy, floppy feel to it and all, but I've got some hand-dyed lace, flower that I took the hard little rose center out of and put a little piece from Jolie's Boutique, their French General collection. This is, you know, a piece of the paper line. And then here I used a Tim Holtz clock. This is the Jolie Boutiques, again from the French General collection, a butterfly key, and then a vintage button. And I believe this piece pulls out, and it's just a little journaling book. Isn't that paper pretty from Prima? Just beautiful artwork, Graphic 45. Those ladies are just magicians when it comes to that artwork. Okay, this next piece is the page. Isn't that beautiful paper? Just little yummy. There's a chipboard from Prima and a flower from Recollection. Some beautiful black lace. Probably, I think I got that black lace from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then here's some pearls. And these pearls either came to me in the prize from Lori, or they were from the jewel box in a prize I won. I can't quite remember, but one of those two sweet ladies I got those flatback pearls from. And then this opens up and has the magnet underneath it. I did cover the magnet that was in here. I didn't bother covering this one because I figured the picture I would put on it would do the covering for me when I got there. Now this right here is an envelope, you know, I mean, not an envelope, but I made a pocket here so the pretty paper shows. And then what I did here was I got a piece of digital artwork from the Graphics Fairy. Hopefully y'all have found that website if you're ever looking for digital, vintage digital things. It's the Graphics Fairy, and she has some beautiful free digital artwork for you to use. And so what I did is I just cut out my Prima paper, ran it through my printer, and I printed that dress form on there, and it looks like it's, you know, layering in a field of flowers. So that worked out real pretty. Beautiful vintage button there with some seam binding tied in the button. And in the back I just covered with the Prima paper, but I thought that turned out real well. I have been hunting for this stamp. It would be a little smaller. From My Mind's Eye, from the Madison collection. They have a dress worn stamp that's this same look. I have been searching and searching online for it. I can find the paper but not the stamp. So, haha, I found and I'm just going to digitally stamp it, I guess, whenever I need to. Okay, this next page, let me take these things out. There's the basis of the page, pretty print. I put a Maya Rhodes envelope there that I spent more time more time than I wanted to cutting this little thing out and covering this. So it made a pretty little envelope there. Of course, there's a flap. And then what I did for in the flap, this is one of the pieces of artwork from Graphic 45. Isn't that stunning? And I just put some of the journaling paper on the back. Here's the postcard. Again, the piece of it's not die cut, but they're, layer, like on a piece of paper where you can cut them out, the pretty labels and things. So this is from Graphic 45. Again, got some journaling paper on it from Prima. So isn't that pretty, how soft that looks? There's some more of the Prima paper, and then I just laid some of the stamps on from Graphic 45. Again, cut out of that pretty die cut-ish look paper they have, and made some journaling on the back. So you can use the diary type theme and do some good journaling. Of course, I'll probably just lay pictures on there. I don't like my handwriting too much. Okay, this next page is another page. You're going to get sick of me saying that Prima Ledger paper. I'm sorry, but I just love it. This is another piece from the Prima line, and this seems to have stuck a little bit. Oh, here we go. This is a Webster's Diary journaling spot that I thought went real pretty there. This is a piece from the line, just a slip of Prima lace there, a little piece I had left. And then I used one of these, this is from Making Memories, and it was from my friend Sue. She gave it to me, and it went so pretty with this paper. And then this butterfly you see here is actually a tag that comes out. And then the back is for pictures and all, so that worked out real well. And it just slides back in there. And the way I did it was so that the butterfly, poop, over the top there, so it looks like, part of the design. The next page, a little plainer, but this card does lift out. It's held down by this. This is a magnet, but it's actually glued down, and this will come out, And it's one of the Webster journaling spots that I had from, I don't know what collection. It was the one with the pretty roses and peacock feathers and things. Glamour, glamour, glamour. But this one says, we are fashioned by what we love. So I thought that went real well with the, paper line. So that just tucks back underneath there if you've got fingernails, I guess. This is a craft envelope that I just cover with some of the pretty paper. Let me see if I can show you the top and see how the lace wraps around to here under that cameo. Again, I used this is from TPC, the paper company line, pretty vintage line that they had, and then this is a cameo from Sue that I glued on there, so it made a real pretty finish there. Now this page right here, kind of daring for me here, I used some beaded trim, that I got from probably Hobby Lobby, and used it on that flap. So it came on this ribbon, these beads, and so they were just real pretty. And then what that does is, it's magnetized down. And then I made, where it's got, let me see if I can zoom out a little. Yeah. So on that flap, I put this piece of paper on a chipboard and mounted it to the paper. And then there's some of the pretty print paper from the line. Isn't that pretty? Let me get this tag out of the way. So that makes a nice page. And the beads were just, that was extravagant for me. Okay, this last page, I've got a doily here that I just kind of, antiqued the edges with, something from Tim Holtz, of course. That pretty doily. This is one of the ones I got from, where did I get those from? I want to say Joann's. They went a package. They were 2 for $5 the package. So for $2.50 you got just a whole bunch of doilies. And then that piece of paper there, just beautiful. And truth be told, I had cut out one of the coffee cups, one of the beautiful teapots and coffee cups, and I cut it out, and I just covered the whole thing with glossy accents. I was waiting for it to dry, and it has paw prints in it. So, won't be using that on the page, maybe using it on a cat layout page, but won't be using it on this. But I'll come up with something else to do pretty there. But my thought was it was going to be a teapot and coffee cup right there. And then the last page is this beautiful paper. This is a die cut trim from Anna Griffin. And then this is another Recollections flower and a beautiful vintage button I got from someone. I appreciate it. I think actually a friend at work gave me that one. So there's my Ladies Diary mini album. Just love the paper. Those ladies from Graphic 45 are just geniuses. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And then I want to show you just one more thing that I bought. A little bitty haul that I got in the mail. And give me just a second and I want to show you that. Hold on for just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Now, I'm going to show you this. And I have bought this from these people before. They're Abby and Danielle. They have an Etsy shop. And what they sell is dyed seam binding. Now I know most of us, or a lot of us, have taken to dyeing our own seam binding, but they carry this little 1/4" seam binding, and it's got, see, oh, I hope you can see it. Let me turn my lights a little more this way. I don't know if you can see that or not, but like this one has the little metallic edge. It's 1/4". This one has the metallic edge. I hope you can see that glistening a little bit. And then I bought some with the black edge on the ribbon, which is something I can't do myself. I did price out to buy this ribbon from a lady who carries it, but she was where you can buy the rolls of seam binding for, you know, just $7 or under or something for a roll of 100 yards. This seam binding with the sparkly edges or black edges are much more expensive. So from Abby and Danielle, I was able to get all these beautiful colors, and they do a great job dyeing. And they had a 4th of July special where you got an extra yard. Instead of getting 4 for the price, you got 5. So I took advantage of that. And then if you spent over a certain dollar amount, which I'd like not to tell you how much I spent, but anyway, you got an extra 2, packages. So it was like I got 25 or 30% more. And then another ribbon that she has, which is so pretty. Can you see the sparkle in that? And of course I bought it in the fall colors, and I now have it all tangled up with this other. But anyway, isn't that just beautiful? So pretty. So she's got that ribbon. And then I've undone one of the fall colors to show you. Ooh, this feels so good too. And then what I want to show you, along with all that, let me get out the fall color here. Hold on. Sorry. Along with the extra yard, for every 4 you got 5, and the shipping was discounted, and you got 2 free packages for every so many dollars you spent. Along with that, she sent me 10 or 12 yards extra, just a yard each of different ones. So it was a great buy. Abby and Danielle, they have an Etsy shop. Isn't that a beautiful fall color and all? And just wanted to share with you, here's a blue I got from them. Can you see the glistening in that? And I've got a lot of fall papers, or papers that, the Fairy Bell, or the different Que Sera papers, or different things that I want to use that have that sparkly, fairy-ish kind of look to them. So I just wanted to share those with y'all. Okay, ladies, please go by my blog. Doesn't have a lot of listings. I had one blog that was called Dreamed Up Memories at Blogspot, but my new blog is called I Love Mini Albums. How cute is that? .blogspot.com. If you'll go by, I want to get it started. As soon as I get a couple of people signing up for it, I will, of course, be doing a giveaway or something like that, but I've got to get a few followers before I can do that. And again, just a shout out to MB Treasurista for her great buys on Ladies Diary, and some other beautiful ribbons and laces and things she has. Of course, she's got a lot of those pretty acrylic beads and things. So y'all have fun scrapping. Thanks for watching. And ladies and gents, to all of y'all who leave comments, you have no idea how much they mean to me. I am going to spend some time tonight trying to answer some of them while I'm waiting for this thing to upload. Y'all have fun. Bye.